This great core exercise really looks easy when you see it the first time. But before you judge, try it out. Hello everybody, this is Max from ROXX Functional Training, and today I'm going to show you an exercise with a black roll. But I'm sure you can use any other roll as well to do this exercise. In this exercise we have to keep our spine constantly in a neutral position, and we're gonna bring a lot of tension on our abdominal muscle group. In this exercise we will have a constant static pressure, especially on one side, where I keep the roll in a certain spot, which I will show you in a minute. And on the other side, we're gonna perform a dynamic movement. And when we do this, the whole stability has to change on that specific side. And we have this double activation on the one side, static, on the one side we do some activation, and this is a unique challenge for the abdominals. Watch out for that. Now I will show you the first version of this exercise. You will go into this position, leg back on the floor, and you choose one side to keep the roll in place. When you do this as a workout, you should switch sides to get a full workout at the end. So I will demonstrate it on my left side. I will bend my hip 90 degrees, bend my knee 90 degrees, put the roll onto my thigh, and will use my elbow to press it together. And on this side, constantly we should keep the pressure to have this roll in this good pressure position. On the other side, I have my right arm or my right hand pressed against my thigh. My neck, I can put it down if it's too hard to keep it up all the time. Otherwise, if you can use your flexors here to keep the head elevated. So I will press on both sides, like really hard, keep the breathing flowing, and after 2 to 3 seconds, which I count in my head, I release here and go to a stretch movement of the leg, and I put the arm to extension. And I go back, constant pressure here, again pressure here, both sides, really activate. If you can do it even more, you can put it right to this position and come up again, and both sides pressure. And release. This is the first version, try it out. Now I show you the second version of this exercise. It is not necessarily harder than the first one, but the activation is a little different because I'm not activating one side straight, but I will do it in a diagonal way. I will go to the same starting position, but now I will use my left leg and my right elbow to keep it tight, to keep the constant pressure here. And my left arm goes underneath and presses my right thigh. And now I have this double activation on both sides for 2 to 3 seconds. Then I release here and go into the same extension movement here. Keep good pressure here on this side and connect again for 2 to 3 seconds. Try this version. I want to mention a few things where you have to watch out when you do this exercise. The first thing is the whole breathing. We have a most dominant static exercise here, so we have constant pressure, and when it comes to those kind of exercises, many people have problems getting a fluent breathing habit. And the thing is, we have good tension in the abdominals. Our rib cage isn't as mobile as we used to, so we have to breathe against that somehow. And some people forget it to have a fluent breathing. They hold their breath, keep the tension high, and then breathe when they have a little bit of time. And this is not a constant breathing, which is very beneficial in this case. Others have very shallow breathing. So as a coach and as a practitioner as well, you really have to focus on the breathing and really always remind yourself to have the tension here in a sufficient way and also be able to have a good deep breathing going on. The next thing I want to show and tell you is when you are in this position here, normally nothing is wrong, but when people lose the contact here and go into this extension, especially when they take the leg and bring it right to the front, which is the hardest position, they cannot hold it, especially here, and then the hip goes up and they end up in a hyperextension in the lower back. When you are a coach, you might be able to see that, or you can probably feel it if you tell them that you want to check it out. You can use your arm and your hand and see whether there is a hyperextension or not. And the one thing is what you can do when you see people cannot hold this position, then they should be reminded that they should not put it all the way to the front, especially the leg, because it's very heavy compared to the arm, is a crucial part. So they should just put the leg to the ceiling and not right away, right across, where the tension you have to have is much higher. So you can either tell them not to go that far, or you can use your hand and stop the movement when they are going too far. So either way might work for them. The last thing, a little cue when you are as a coach, you can check out the amount of tension they have when they get the roll into a compressed position. You can walk around and grab the roll and try to lift it, try to shift it down, try to rotate it out. And in this moment, especially, the people have to really get the tension going to keep the roll in that position and not let you take it away from them. So this is a little game you can play, and you can check how the tension is going on with each and everybody, and you should have fun with that exercise. If you like the content, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I will try my best to upload many other videos about mobility and about bodyweight exercises with and without tools. I have another channel which is called ROXX-Boxworkout. The link you will see below. There you can find box exercises with pads and also functional training combination. I hope you like that. Thank you all.